It's the After the Show podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Alrighty, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy Tuesday. Nice to get in here, and look at that. We're already almost halfway through the week, Virginia.
Oh, I love a Monday off.
And I think we needed a light week because we're down a man today. Jaybird got ambitious over the weekend and tried to put a Spider-Man statue on the roof of his house and fell off the roof and tore up his hip pretty good and is unable to move today. So he is immobile and was unable to join us. So I don't know what his prognosis is or how long it'll take for him to get up and moving, but he was not doing well before this weekend and before falling off his roof. So
Yeah, he was in bad shape before he fell.
Yeah.
No word on if Spider-Man fell as well.
Yes.
We don't know if both of them are nursing a hurt hip.
Yeah. Don't have any further details on that, but we hope that he heals up well. So we'll see.
Honeyface needs to keep him off that roof. I mean, come on. Sometimes you got to say no. No.
You don't think he was the guy for the job?
Do not get on that ladder. What the hell are you thinking?
Well, got an email here from Holly in Port St. Lucie. She said, I got to say, I'm watching some of these old best top 5 videos on KVJ TV on YouTube, and I definitely know why Jaybird needs a hip replacement. But can I suggest once his hip is fixed, we bring back the Naked Olympics? Now, that is quality content.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, Holly. That was in our younger days, and it wasn't pretty then.
Time hasn't been nice to our bodies.
It's been tough, yeah. So we haven't been nice to our bodies.
We looked way better back then. You know what? Just go back and watch the old clips.
Yes. Did have a lot of awesome KVJ Nationers at the Weezer show, hanging out at O'Brien's pub before the Weezer show. It was awesome seeing everybody out there. I had such a good time. Yeah.
You were vibing with the people?
Yes, I was. Got an email here. It says, Kevin and the Mexican Queen were such good sports. They took pictures. They let me buy them beers. I mean, who's not going to let somebody buy them beers?
They're really good like that, those Ralstons. They will let people buy them beer.
Yeah, what a guy I am, huh? Hey, buy me. Yeah, you can buy me a beer. Oh, what a gentleman. Out here doing the Lord's work, Virginia.
I just wish I was there to get some free beer with you.
Yeah, it was nice. Prosperity Brewers, they did the Centennial beer. It was kind of like somebody told me, I guess it was like an orangey wheat ale.
Okay.
It was very good.
I love it.
Everything was really good. I was really impressed with it. I thought it was a great celebration. Meisner Park is just picking up. Now, I know you had the concert there, and so it was really full, but there's an energy there at Meisner Park.
Jaybird and I were there about a month ago for the Boca Seafood Festival, and we had such a good time. Everybody was in a great mood. It was just a vibe. Yeah,
there is. And I'll tell you, there are some places, and that's the thing for me. There are places that could have a vibe and don't. Like Atlantic Avenue and Delray Beach. You know, that has a vibe to it. You know, it's just kind of going on. Coconut Grove, Merrick Park, now kind of lame, kind of boring. What they're doing at Meisner, it feels like it's getting a bit of a vibe. Where they are downtown at the Gardens, no, not yet. I haven't been there in a while, but I keep going. They can't seem to get the energy back that they once had.
They were doing a massive construction project a few months back. I've got to go over there and see.
They just always seem like they're massively under construction. Every time I go back, I'm like, they're still massively under construction?
I think they keep selling this thing. I mean, it's literally changed hands like a dozen times.
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy. So it is to me fascinating what with these little areas, and we've got so many. Like I said, they're all throughout South Florida. You got those little pockets and some have energy and a great vibe to them, and some on paper you should look at it and be like, this place is nice. This should be crushing it, but it's just not. I think it's having places that kind of spill out onto the street and music's coming out from it, and there are people walking the street. And they did have Meiser Park shut down the roads.
Okay.
So, and that always kind of adds to it. That's why
I love that.
I am always a fan of, you should shut down all the roads, especially at least when it comes to weekend nights. We don't need cars putting through there.
No, you really don't. Everybody go park in the garage and use that as a pedestrian walkway.
Well,
in
it just
front.
unfortunately anymore, how many times have we seen morons drive through a crowd?
Yeah.
It happened in New Orleans. It just happened in Liverpool, England over the weekend. And you just really can't, unfortunately, have pedestrians and cars anymore because there's so many freaking nut jobs in the world.
It's so much of a better experience for the merchants, for the people. Like, everybody likes a little walkable block or 2 or 3.
Right.
That is a good move on their part to take the cars off that street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's got a fancy name to it. And I can't remember the fancy name, but every place should be like that. It's really cool. Savannah has, Georgia, they have a little area like that, where it's just some bars and you're just walking. There's no cars.
I love it.
Yeah, there's something about cars that throws it all off. So anyway, they say the seats in front of us were empty. I told my husband, what if Kevin and the Mexican Queen sit right there? And then they ended up sitting 3 seats down. I was so excited. And the Mexican Queen must have been very tired because she was knocked out for most of the concert. She was. I still don't know what happened. She really didn't drink that much. I think part of what's going on is her sleep schedule is so out of whack. I'll wake up and she's watching TV. It's 2 a.m. I'm like on her phone.
What are you doing?
You should see when you can go and check your phone and see how long you've been on it. No lie, her phone will say she's been on it for 23 hours in a 24-hour period.
Girl,
I'm like, that's insane.
you are throwing off your body clock.
Yes, I keep telling her. I'm like, that's what are you doing? I'm like, you can't do that. And then she's doing the semaglutide stuff.
Oh,
And
yeah.
So, I had eaten, but if I don't eat, she won't eat. But I'm like, but I already ate. I'm good. I don't need food. So she didn't eat on top of it.
Oh, yeah.
And she only had about 2 cocktails, but she just, whatever. All those things wrapped in together. No food, semaglutide, watching 4 hours of TV in the middle of the night. It just, yeah.
It all adds up to you're going to sleep through Weezer, girl.
She did. She slept through the whole damn concert. I was like, oh, boy.
Hey, she's not really a big, huge Weezer fan either.
I mean, she's okay. Yeah, she's not into music like I'm into music. I mean,
Yeah.
she knows it and she listens to it and likes it. We're actually going to go check out Sam Hunt this weekend at Hard Rock.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're in our concert era.
I had a blast at the Hard Rock. I was sad that Morrissey canceled, but the hotel, the amenities, the fun, the vibe, there is so much to do at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
What do you do when it's raining? Because it looks like it's downpours all day Saturday, and we were thinking about having a pool day, which that probably is not going to go great now.
There are so many restaurants. There's shopping, there's restaurants, there's plenty of other stuff to do.
Yeah.
There's outdoor restaurants, there's indoor restaurants, but they're even by the pool. Like they have a covered, like a cabana restaurant. You could go over there, and even if it's raining, you can still enjoy being out there.
My 16-year-old son thinks that he's going to be sports gambling the whole time. I said, there's no way you're getting close to one of those sports gambling rooms.
They are kiosks. He can absolutely walk up there.
Jeez.
It's a kiosk.
Oh, really?
There's nobody watching because Rocco wanted to do it. And I was like,
really?
I was like, no, Rocco, you can't. I don't want somebody coming over here and saying anything to me. But if we would have wanted to, we totally could have gone over there and quickly done it. And I don't think anybody cared or noticed.
Well, I guess he knows. So there you go. So he's going to be gambling. And the Queen gambles. I don't gamble. So I guess everybody else is just we're going to go and lose a ton of money instead of hanging out by the pool.
They've got roulette now, which
I know, yeah.
They didn't have that for a while, but now they do, and I love roulette.
Oh, Panchita said the Hard Rock has an indoor pool. That's awesome. Okay. Well, that's good to know. So, yes, it's been a while. In fact, the last time...
Where's the indoor pool?
I don't know. We went to the Hard Rock in the last year. Maybe, or the last 2 years. And that was after the renovations. But we haven't stayed since before they put in the Guitar Hotel. We're staying in the Guitar.
Okay, that's what we did. We stayed in the Guitar.
Okay.
And there's 2 pool areas that I know about. I don't know about the indoor pool. That must be a third pool that I didn't find. But the Guitar Hotel, right in front of that now, there's like the pool area. and they have like cabanas and stuff. But then on the other side, down where the old hotel is, that's where the water slide is.
Okay.
So make sure you go to that too so you can try the water slide.
We are finding every deal we can find. And man, let me tell you, some places are really dealing right now. The
Good.
Fontainebleau, Miami Beach, I think their rooms, all of them are at least 40% off.
Nice.
Maybe more, and they give you a $100 food credit,
Oh.
which will buy you 3 crackers. But still. Yeah, so if you're looking for a little staycation, and to us, like summertime, that's what we do now.
Yeah.
We don't even look to go anywhere. It's like, all right, we're going to pretty much just hang out here and, you know.
And it is nice to go there and be able to know what you're talking about when you talk about the Hard Rock. Because a lot of people do go down there and stay. And once you go down and you experience all the shops and the restaurants and the pools and the different sides of the hotel, like there's like 12 different restaurants. You are going to have no shortage of different vibes. You've got to try. There's alcohol infused ice cream. And it's right there, like in like the mall area with all the shops. It is so good.
Really? Okay.
Oh my God, it's like Frangelico ice cream, and it's so delicious.
Okay. Oh, I can't wait for that. Now, Becky said there are cameras everywhere, so they'll get you. That's good to know. That's true. Of course, they have cameras everywhere. It's a freaking casino.
They do have cameras everywhere, but I'm telling you, like we had Rocco walking through the casino part, and nobody said anything to us. Like. I kept him by me. He wasn't over by the slot machines where his dad was, but I feel like there was nobody watching. Like he could have been over there by his dad.
Right. Okay. Yeah, Becky said the Halsey concert at the Hard Rock was very weird.
Really?
I'd like to know how. Now she is a little weird. Halsey is, but she has got an amazing voice. I was hoping that was going to be a good concert. I don't know what she means by weird. Weird in what way? Like weird that it ruined
Insanely
it?
talented.
Yeah, she is. That girl got some pipes. She can really sing. So I would have loved that. Cassie said, "Let's go Panthers." Yeah, they had a little bit of a blip last night, but they're still up 3-1. They got a chance to win it. If they lose Game 5, then they'll have another chance. Game 6. Friday at Amerant Bank Arena back in Sunrise. She said, last year my family was homeless, and we happened to have a hotel near the beach during last year's celebration parade for the Panthers.
Oh, that's awesome.
This year we are stable as far as housing goes, but we didn't want to miss out on a possible repeat, so I went against my bank account and reserved a hotel now for any possible celebrations. Just curious if Vicious V and Panda are thinking crazy like I am.
We will. If the Panthers win the Stanley Cup again, they still have a lot of games to get through before we can start counting those chickens. But if they have another parade, we will absolutely do what we did last year. Go down there the night before, get a hotel, do the restaurant scene, do the vibe, do the whole party. We partied with a bunch of KVJ Nationers, actually, the night before the parade.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then even though it was pouring rain for the parade, it was a core memory. It was so much fun. The kids loved it. I loved it. Like, put on a baseball cap, suck it up.
Yeah.
Rain was not about to stop that party.
That was on a Sunday, right?
It was.
Okay, so don't do what we thought. We thought we were going to join you and drive in there, and I looked up on the map on how long the drive was, and we were maybe 30 minutes away. It said it would take us 90 minutes. And I was like, we just waited too long. You need to plan probably... If you're not heading for that location 3 to 4 hours ahead of the parade time, I think you're going to have a miserable time, and I don't think you're going to get in.
And I'll tell you, the night before, that Saturday night on that strip was banging. There was so many people celebrating, hanging out of windows, hooting and hollering. Like, it was a vibe the night before the parade because everybody was down there getting ready for the parade the next day.
Right.
Panther fans were everywhere celebrating.
Well, I hope we get there, and if they do get past Carolina, which that's not even a definite, I am a little bit nervous about those Oilers that could be there. That's the team that we knocked out last year to win the Stanley Cup, and I saw their really good player. He's he's really getting in the rest of the team's face. They had a iffy game the other night, the Oilers, and they had to close the curtain. Like, they had a video, and he was F-bombing everybody, like going up into people's grills and saying,
shit.
yeah, and then they came out the next game and whooped ass.
Okay, well, I guess it worked.
It did. So I'm a little scared of them Oilers, so they look like they have got a mission to try to win it this year, so that'd be a tough Stanley Cup series if it gets to that point. Talking a bit about the new Universal Park. The name escapes me right now, but
Epic Universe.
Epic Universe, yes. Reneel said, I went last Saturday and it was empty. We entered the park at 8 a.m. and we finished all the parks by 2:30 p.m.
What the hell?
And Alexis said, yeah, they didn't oversell tickets for the opening weeks, apparently. So I guess it was almost a crowd control type thing.
Oh.
And yeah, that would make sense that they might do that because the videos look good. It made it look desirable. Now imagine if all the social media videos coming out of there where people are crammed, they're passing out from the heat, they're standing in long ass lines.
True.
You'd be like, no, because everybody was going to be watching social media to see what that video looked like. In fact, the only thing I saw people picking apart from it was like going, look at all these nerds running into the park. There's no kids. It's just a bunch of goofy adults.
I think it's fun when it's a bunch of adults.
Well, and I think that's what they want. That's the crew that is going to show up for the first couple of weeks. I mean, these are people that are really invested into theme parks and Potter or whatever the hell they're doing, Mario Brothers, all that kind of stuff.
That movie was awesome. I love the Super Mario Brothers movie. And so to feel like you're in the movie and Princess Peach is there and like that's just awesome.
Yeah.
I really am looking forward to going there eventually. I know Rocco's going to want to go. We're going to do Disney this weekend for Magnolia's birthday.
Oh, okay.
We're going to do the water parks, the Blizzard Beach, and then they have like a glow night in the water park at night.
That's really cool. In fact, my wife was showing me that over the weekend. They had a video that was kind of going viral from that. And she's like, Rapids needed to do this. And I'm like, I think they did, or they used to. I don't know if they still do. I thought they were doing like movie nights.
They had talked about it, yeah.
And
we had talked about doing something with them. It sounded fun.
right, that's what it'd be. It'd be like a Saturday night. You show a movie right there by the wave pool, and then you got the bar not too far off from that. It looked pretty amazing. I don't know if when you have alcohol, it throws the liability way off or what, or I don't know if they do or haven't, but they did theirs, so why not do it here in South Florida?
Everything needs to have a bar. That's just my opinion.
Well, in South Florida, it pretty much does, doesn't it?
They finally gave in, and Disney now has kiosks, bars everywhere, all over the park. You can't. It's just like getting water now.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't. Look, they are going to have. You'll have a few numbskulls that'll, ruin it. And you'll have to deal with them. But if you have good security, and they do,
yes,
you can shut them down pretty quick for the most part. The only one that I thought was crazy was those two families that got in that fight, and that went on for a while. You remember that viral video from maybe 2 years ago?
That was insane.
That's the only time I've seen where you're like, all right, maybe the booze thing isn't working out. But look, if you can keep it under wraps and keep people controlled, then why not? I mean, it makes you so much more money, right?
So much cash.
Mm-hmm. Talking movies, Wendy said, great movie recommendation, Nona's. Such a cute movie.
It looks really good. That's the one where all the grandmothers are in the kitchen now, the new Vince Vaughn movie.
Right.
It looks really cute. I almost watched it. I started watching the new season of You.
Okay.
Season 5.
I know you weren't sure how to feel about that.
I wasn't, because I had fallen off a little bit. And you told me that your wife and daughter loved season 5.
Yep.
So I was like, all right, let me get back into it. I love it.
Really, it's good.
Joe is back in New York. That's where it started. He is back in different circumstances, but Joe is back in New York, and I like it in New York.
Okay. All right, so you're endorsing it then.
I am halfway through it, and I'm definitely a fan.
Somebody had recommended Welcome to Wrexham for me. I cannot believe that Ryan Reynolds is an asshole. He seems like the coolest freaking dude. He just seems so awesome all the time.
I think it's an act.
He's a good actor.
He's got you fooled.
He's got me fooled. I was watching. I'm like, there's no way this guy's an asshole. There's no way. He just seems awesome all the time.
What's the movie called? Rectum?
And Wrexham. Welcome to Wrexham. Yeah,
Welcome to my rectum.
Well, the thing I can't imagine, I mean, obviously they got Hollywood money and they kind of make fun of that too, but they're on their 4th season now, and it's all about, in soccer, you either get relegated, meaning if you finish near the bottom in a league, they knock you down to the scrubby league below you, and if you do well, then they move you to the league up. And so, franchises and towns make more money as you get to the bigger leagues and all that kind of stuff. So that's why you want to do that. And I guess they've been steadily climbing up season after season. I'm like, how are they doing this? Because the team had been in the toilet for like 12 or 13 years. And then all of a sudden, and they did pick up a good player and things like that with, I guess, some of the Hollywood money.
Does he own the team?
Yeah. He and his buddy, Rob McElhaney. Yeah, they own it. But it's pretty much Ryan Reynolds' money, because they even kind of laugh about how Rob doesn't have the cash that Ryan does, or the social media followers or anything else. So it's
Rob probably does all the bitch work.
I think Rob's kind of put it. I think
he
Rob's,
puts in the sweat equity,
right,
and Ryan just
funds
scratches the checks.
Yep,
it's a good gig if you can get it. If you've got a Ryan Reynolds in your life,
yeah. So I've seen several episodes, and that's pretty good. I'm kind of getting into this soccer vibe because we got World Cup stuff coming up, and there's a lot of big teams that are training here in South Florida. I'm like going, okay, I think I want to check out some soccer. And I do. I can't get anybody in my family interested in it. And so I keep trying to sell soccer so hard.
Topical Cav loves soccer and nobody's signing up with you.
No. My son walked by us and he started watching. I'm like, hey, this is Welcome to Wrexham. This is cool. You might like this. I'm like, why don't you watch it with me? And he just walked off. Real Madrid, yeah, they're practicing at Gardens North County District Park. I'd mentioned that in Palm Beach Gardens. And I saw that Manchester City, I think they're a Premier League team. They're training at Lynn University in Boca.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the FIFA Club World Cup is coming up.
Manchester, isn't that the team that David Beckham played for?
He played for Manchester United, I think. Manchester City's a different team.
Oh, I didn't know they were different teams.
So, Sam, look, I still don't know much, but I'm trying to learn a little bit here and there, and I'm all in, Virginia.
Okay.
I just can't get anybody else to buy in.
Tell your son that he can bet on soccer, and then he'll be in.
Yeah, if he's betting on ping pong, you would think soccer's got to be more exciting than ping pong, right?
Way more exciting than ping pong.
I hope. So Wendy said Nona's a cute movie to watch, and I'll tell you something else I watched too. It's on Netflix. On Friday, I watched American Manhunt, Osama bin Laden. It's 3 episodes. It's doable, but it's a well-done documentary.
History Cav, y'all.
Yeah, but it was kind of cool. I was watching it with my son, Cannon, and he fell asleep about 20 minutes in. But
everybody in your life falls asleep on you.
I know. They're all zombies. It's so crazy. Like, they're always awake when I'm not awake, and when I'm awake and trying to do, they're always sleeping. Yeah, we cannot get on the same schedule. But yeah, that was pretty good. If you do like that stuff, just to even, I knew the story, but to really see the planning and what went into it, it's so much more elaborate than you would have thought, because they couldn't talk about anything.
Gotcha.
And they knew that they were going to be doing the attack, Obama, and they had a very tight circle. They said, in this room, there was like 5 people that knew. Nobody else can know, because they're like, we can't let this leak out. They weren't even sure that they had them.
They couldn't compromise the safety of those SEALs.
It was fascinating how they found them. It was fascinating just because they took a shot in the dark. They're like, we think we have them.
Wow.
And so they went in on just basically a hunch and everything that they went in on. It was pretty fascinating to see how much they had to train and what they did to get ready. And
that's
then
crazy.
How it still went awry. Yeah, so I'd recommend that as well if you like that kind of stuff. Pretty fascinating. And a little advice here for Jaybird. Check it out. Movies. Christian said, yeah, he needs to come to Coconut Creek, Deerfield area and check out Silver Spot Movies at the Promenade on Wednesdays and Sundays this coming month. They have Top Gun, Indiana Jones, Grease, and Ghostbusters. And they serve alcohol and pizza, too.
Nice.
That is kind of fun. Yeah, to have maybe that experience, see it on a massively huge screen like that, and almost like a nostalgia thing to see a movie that you saw when you were a kid in a theater. I do like that.
I do too.
All right, got some feedback here because Denny's was talking about, does he do an avocado or a mango tree? And learn some things like I did not realize that avocado trees can be toxic to dogs. Vince said it's primarily due to the presence of persin, a fungicidal toxin. While dogs are less sensitive than some other animals like birds, horses, and rodents, persin can still cause digestive upset, vomiting, and diarrhea. Additionally, the high fat content in avocados can lead to pancreatitis and weight gain. The avocado pit also poses a choking hazard and can cause intestinal blockages. So if you have a dog, they recommend not having an avocado tree in your yard. I did not know that. Very informative Tuesday here. The things we're learning. And Evan said, Denny's, try a condo avocado tree. It only grows 10 to 15 feet.
Condo?
Okay. A condo avocado. Yeah, I guess there's many different kinds of avocado trees.
Does it taste good? Is it like a Haas? Or is it like the Florida ones that we don't like, the big green ones that taste like crap?
Yeah, no word on the flavor or the taste of what that might be, but that was his thing. And I was letting you know earlier on the Call 'em Outs that Casamigos is getting called out. Now, I think Clooney and Gerber, I think they already cut and run after selling it for $1 billion. So I don't know if the new people who run Casamigos switch the recipe or mess things up. They still use Clooney to market that, though. If you see the Casamigos truck that delivers the tequila, it's still got him and Randy Gerber on the side riding their damn bikes and looking handsome.
I wonder if they have a deal where they don't own it, but they do still get paid to sponsor and
Probably.
promote.
I see a lot of that, where businesses will sell off and then the person who made it successful, that's part of the deal. They still remain the CEO or run the company for them.
For a limited amount of time.
Yeah, or for good. They may just now collect a salary, but they've sold it for a ton of money. And then, on top of it, you can be the spokesperson or whatever. And Matthew said, to be fair, authentic tequila is only made in like 3 or 4 places in Mexico. Nothing made in America is going to be authentic. Yeah, in fact, I thought it was like champagne, where you can't even really call it tequila if it's made anywhere but Mexico.
And that feels like the way it should be. Like all these other things, if you add a bunch of treatments and additives to it, it's not tequila anymore.
Well, that's the thing that I'm starting to realize. I never even thought of it until the Clase Azul had happened, and somebody broke that down on TikTok, just how little of it is tequila and a lot of it's additives and things to give it the taste and flavor and all that. And then after having that in my head, my wife got into this. My daughter actually had found this 21 Seeds. It was cucumber and jalapeno infused, and it's good to make a spicy margarita. It's nice, but I noticed drinking it straight, like I typically like to drink my tequila. First of all, it tastes like it's watered down, and then 2, I know pouring the same amount, tequila hits, Virginia.
I know.
And it does not hit. I'm like, this has got to be a lot weaker than the regular tequila.
You can feel tequila in your titties real quick.
Oh, really? You feel in your titties,
definitely. It gives you a little ding, 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 ding. When you get up on a dance on a bar.
Tequila.
Oh, tequila will definitely make you get a little bit dancing feet on the bar.
Okay.
But if it's watered down, you can absolutely tell the difference.
Yeah, and I was thinking if but you think about that ploy, because if somebody's mixing it with, and they're making margaritas, you wouldn't even really necessarily know that you're drinking a less strong tequila.
We should do it.
And it's the kind of tequila you typically mix. I put them side by side. Like you could give me any other regular tequila in that 21 Seeds. I'd be like, yeah, this is, of course, because you taste it, but you didn't know that the byproduct is it's not going to be as strong.
Yeah, we got to make sure that we're not weakening our drinks. That's a platform that I believe in.
Yeah, if you had to run for a public office, that'd be it.
There's no watering down our booze.
No. Jenna said, Kevin, have you had The Rock's tequila? Yes, I have. In fact, it's one of my regulars I buy. Terramina is the name of it. It's solid. It's cheaper, she said, but for me, it's okay for the $30. Yeah, I'm in the $30 range. I don't, like Casamigos typically goes about $50. So it's got to be like, if it's a birthday, if you see Kev with Casamigos, you know it's my birthday.
Special.
Yeah, that's when I treat myself, as I go Casamigos or something, or I did. Because I did thought it tasted good, and I didn't sense it being weak. So it'll be interesting to see how that lawsuit plays out. But
Your birthday's coming up, isn't it?
yeah, I guess so.
We got to write this down this year because last year we forgot your birthday like a bunch of assholes.
It's all right. It's all good.
June 21st, right?
It is, yeah.
All
First
right.
day of summer.
Okay, well, we'll have your party on the 20th.
Okay.
It's a Friday.
And a little recommendation here. Tim in Wilton Manors is throwing out a place to get bruschetta, but be warned, BLAT toasts have arrived, topped with avocado, romaine, sliced tomato, and crispy bacon. These mini toasts pack big BLT flavors in few small bites. Okay. I don't know if BLAT is BLAT or if that's what it's called. I don't know where exactly you get that in Wilton Manors. Sounds good, though. How do you feel about a bruschetta? Do you like bruschetta?
I do, but, I don't do a lot of carbs. So
Gotcha.
usually the base of bruschetta is like
Yeah.
sliced Italian bread that's been toasted slightly.
Right.
I just don't do a lot of bread. I'll eat the topping of it.
Okay. All right. And we had talked about coupons on a first date, and only about 32% of KVJ TV thought that, it was nothing wrong with pulling out coupons on your first date. So Richard said, what about gift cards? Like, for instance, let's say you went to Pop Stroke or someplace like that, and you had a gift card, a BOGO, buy one, get one free. Does that look tacky if he pays for only one and gets the other for free, and you go play putt-putt?
I mean, there's ways for you to do it where your date might not even notice. Like if you have a gift card, it could be passed just like a credit card.
Okay.
The thing about the coupon is, you have to clip it. And it's a little paper coupon. And you go, oh, here you go. I got my coupon. And it's not a good look for a first date. But a gift card, you could pass that like it was a credit card, and I don't think it has the same look down your nose effect at it.
Okay. All right.
That's just my opinion.
Okay. Sounds legit. Did get a text that came in, somebody saying the Hard Rock Guitar Hotel does not have an indoor pool. Okay.
I didn't think I found an indoor pool.
Yeah, I was going to say I had not heard of one, so
It
that
has
was
an
a surprise to me.
indoor huge waterfall fountain thing right when you walk in. And
Yep, seen that.
motherfuckers have jumped in it because
Yeah.
I saw
That would
videos.
completely have been my thing when I was younger. I would have been in that in a heartbeat.
Oh, Kevin! I mean, if this is the fountain of your jumping dreams.
Oh, yeah, I've jumped in some classics.
We've stood there next to it when we stay. We just stood there because the music's really loud right there, and it's coming from the sky, and it's a beautiful fountain right there when you walk in. But it's definitely not a swimming pool.
Okay, so don't take the kids
I mean,
into the fountain.
maybe on your last day when you're packed up and ready to leave because they are going to kick you out. They might arrest you.
I haven't been banned for life from a place for a while, so it might be a good idea. Yeah. Chicago Lulu, what about the Buckingham Fountain, Kev? Yeah, that is a crown jewel right there. If you could do that. Well, I used to really do my fountain jumping when I lived in Kansas City. It's the city of fountains, so it was kind of my
perfect.
quest while I lived there to make sure I jumped in it, and I think I did jump in every fountain in Kansas City. So that's my one weird claim to fame.
It's a source of pride for your family.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the kids brag about it all the time. You know what my dad did? And Angelie said, hey, talk about Demi Lovato's wedding. She was so beautiful, and she saved my life. I love her so much. Yeah, it's nice. Very happy for her. Saw that. She did look beautiful. And
She is lovely.
yep. So she got married. I think she was trying to find herself for a while, as we all have to.
Amen. And when you're young, it's a journey.
Yep. So, yeah, I think she's done that. She looks very happy and very happy for her. So it was a nice little thing. All right. Well, Virginia, I wish you the best of luck. I know you've got mom stuff you got to handle for the next couple of days.
Yes, we're going to go to
best of luck with
Texas
that.
and try to figure everything out and maybe bring her to the hospital. I don't know. It's going to be so brutal
Okay.
because she's not going to want to go. I don't know if you've ever Baker acted somebody, but it's not fun.
I have, actually. Yeah. Or I've been around when it happened.
It
So
sucks.
It's rough. Yeah. They oddly enough, they don't want to go in.
I don't blame them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, good luck with that.
I'll keep you posted.
Okay, you've only got one more show left in the old studio on Friday.
That's right. Friday's show will be the last
It's
one.
your next to last show in this studio.
Because on Monday, it's a new studio party.
Yes, it is. So there you go. So we're going to just try to run the clock out on this week and survive it somehow. Get through it.
I'm praying for you and Jay Bird.
Yes.
You're going to be in here by yourself.
And Denny's.
Doing a show with Denny's.
Yes, I know. So we'll figure something out, though. We'll be here, at least some of us. So y'all enjoy your day, and who knows what you get tomorrow, but we'll be here. Goodbye.